There's no other way to sugarcoat. My 7-year-old was murdered. My mom was murdered because of our border crisis. We always say as a family, we think I had Amelia just for my mom. It didn't feel like a grandma-granddaughter relationship. It just felt like two best friends. I was 19 when I found out I was pregnant, and I was 20 when I had her. My mom, she was the biggest support from the moment I found out. I mean, she was at every doctor's appointment. She was making sure I was comfortable. I didn't have the easiest pregnancy, and she definitely took care of me. My mom was the most loving, strongest person I know. She was caring, she was thoughtful, she was selfless. She had the most tender heart.
First time I met my wife was back in, I believe, 82. I was active in the Marine Corps, and I was home in Ozona on leave. We went to a Christmas midnight mass in our Catholic church. My wife was sitting behind me, and when I turned around to shake hands, I noticed her right off the bat, and I said, wow. She was a simple woman. She didn't ask for much, but she was happy. And as long as she was around family, she was the happiest.
It had just started spring break. I couldn't get off work, and I wanted Amelia just to have a week of fun. I was actually in the middle of my semester, and I had an accounting exam I needed to get done. I said, if you want to go to work with me, you can. She said, no, I need to see my grandma and my grandpa. I said, okay.
My wife and Amelia had arranged a play day with her cousins at the football field.
I said, I'm just going to take my accounting exam, and then I'll head over there. In the middle of my accounting exam is when I got the phone call.
We are still awaiting information on a major crash in Ozona last night. Several involved needed to be airlifted. At this hour, we know authorities are working to make contact with the families of those involved.
In my head, there was just no way that something could have happened to Amelia. It wasn't until I got to the scene that they told me it was my mom and Amelia. I remember hearing just sirens. I remember hearing yelling. I just kept yelling, where's Amelia? I saw my family members were there. I saw my dad. I heard my dad yelling.
Being a Marine and law enforcement, I thought I consider myself pretty tough as far as trauma scenes, accident scenes. So when my brother told me that, I felt I lost it. I just fell apart.
I just kept asking where Amelia is, and they told me that she was gone. They just kept saying, she's gone, Lisa. And I'm like, gone where? She's not gone. Where is she? And I thought, maybe she's in an ambulance, or maybe she's in that helicopter, or I just need to find her.
New information on a deadly Texas crash that claimed the life of a grandmother and her granddaughter. We first told you earlier this month that the person accused of being behind the wheel causing that fatal West Texas crash that killed 4 people, a Bossier City man. But sadly, there is so much more to this story than just this crash. That Bossier man was allegedly involved in human smuggling with 11 undocumented immigrants in his vehicle at the time of the crash.
He was evading police. We were told that he was recruited on TikTok by the cartel. He was on Facebook Live, and he turned the camera to the speedometer, and he was going over 105 miles an hour. He came straight off that exit, and he ran that red light, and he crashed into her and killed them. He mutilated them. He's been indicted so far. He's currently still being held at Crockett County Sheriff's Department.
What happened to the 11 illegal migrants in the car?
2 of them were also killed, and the other ones were fingerprinted, and they were just let go. There was no interviews, there was no questioning, they were just released.
Every day is a painful day for me. I'm waking up to an empty house. Amelia was my little partner, and I haven't thrown nothing away. I've got it all in her room. Matter of fact, that's where I've been sleeping here lately, in her bunk bed. I haven't had the courage to sleep in my wife's, on our bed.
The blood of my daughter, the blood of our mom, it's on everybody's hands. from the administration down to local officials, from President Biden to Mayorkas, to our senators, to our governors, all of them. Everybody has the ability to create change in those offices, and they're using it as their political playground instead.
I did 25 years in that same sheriff's office, and I've dealt a lot with illegals coming through our county. I know what the problem is. We dealt with it, but it hasn't been as bad as it is now.
My family also came from Mexico. We're many generations here, but our family did it, and we did it the right way. And I understand that the system is broken and that it's incredibly hard to get over here. And I understand they want a better life, and we want that for them too, but we want it done the correct way. I was not coming to him as another politician. I went to him as a mother grieving, as a daughter grieving. We explained the story, and at first he looked very guarded, which I think was expected. And I made it clear to him that I just needed him to listen. We told him what we wanted, and he was receptive.
What did you say you wanted?
We wanted the border to be controlled. We wanted the administration to be held accountable. We wanted protection. We wanted to make sure that not only us American citizens are being protected and kept safe, but everyone. I think he heard us in that moment. I just don't know how well he kept it with him. From the very moment this happened, and the very moment we took our first interview, we always said the only thing we want is to create change and make sure this never happens to another family again.